I didn't do nothing on you.
Yes, you did.
That's why you were stopping me.
Yes,
I
you
saw
did.
you pull up here. That's why I turned around and come back.
All right.
I knew you were going to come. How about that?
Yeah. Because when I roll up for this
It had
bonfire,
nothing to do with me.
you were there.
On the night of February 2nd, 2021 at 10:43 p.m., Officer Dan Howard made this frantic 911 call.
911. What's the address? 911.
My wife.
What's the matter? Tell me where you're at.
She shot herself.
Immediately, police responded to the scene.
Wait with him.
Deputy Miranda Thomas finds Dan's wife Kendi in her bathtub with a gunshot wound to her head. Meanwhile, Dan is frantic outside the house.
Hey Dan, is there anyone that we can call for you?
After calming down, he is questioned about his wife.
Did she ever make any statements that had you concerned about her well-being?
Yeah, about every day. Well, she's so emotional. She tells her we should split up.
But the cops know better.
Do you suspect she was cheating on you again?
I asked her that. I asked her that to give me closure, because, that would be it. She said she had.
When Dan called his stepdaughter with the news of Kendi's death, they could overhear her accusing Dan of killing her mother.
You killed your wife. You did it, didn't you, Dan?
No, I didn't.
It took 2 years for prosecutors to build their case, and in July 2023, Dan Howard was arrested and charged with Kendi Howard's murder. Dan Howard was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. We're in Fernley, Nevada, and a deputy just responded to a call about a strange bonfire near an apartment. When he arrived at the scene, he spotted a man called James Gresham leaving on a bicycle, so the cop approaches him.
Come here. Oh, yeah, no, put the bike down. Put the bike down.
Why? It's my bike.
When Gresham asks for his supervisor,
Why are you stopping me right now?
Because you're riding your bike with no light on.
I'm riding it. I gotta
Put the bike
I got
down.
a light right here.
the officer doesn't listen to him.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
No, close your
Turn
window.
around. Put your hands behind your back.
I've done nothing wrong.
Get on the ground, James. You are being detained, you fucking idiot. Get on the ground.
On the ground.
And Gresham is handcuffed.
Oh, your supervisor.
Relax.
No, I'm not relaxing. Call your supervisor. This harassment's gonna stop.
Shut up.
The argument continues.
I didn't do nothing on you.
Yes, you did.
That's why you were stopping me.
Yes,
I
you
saw you
did.
pull up here. That's why I turned around and come back.
All right.
I knew you were gonna come. How about that?
Yeah. Because when I roll up for this
It had
bonfire,
nothing to do with me.
you were there.
Till Gresham is put in the cruiser.
All right. Have a seat.
Mistake. Made a mistake, bud.
On August 22nd, 2014, the Hapeville Police Department received this chilling 911 call.
Hey, this is fire. May I help you?
Hey, you need to bring somebody down here on Elm Street. I think I found a dead body.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
When they arrive at the scene, they find 26-year-old Vernicia Woodard's body on fire. The autopsy report says Woodard suffered a fatal gunshot wound to her head before her body was set on fire. After further investigation, detectives identified the owner of the murder weapon. So 25-year-old Atlanta police officer Tareem Rana is brought in for questioning.
Your duty weapon was a 40 caliber?
Yes, the Glock 22.
I went to the Glock?
Yeah.
How long y'all been with the Glocks? Because y'all did have the Smith & Wesson 9 rifle.
Yeah, the Smith & Wesson 40, but we went to the Glock. It's been about a year now. A year and a half.
About a year.
Detectives obtained Woodard's cell phone tower logs and found out she spoke with Rana on the night of her murder.
And is that the number that you texted and talking with that individual you were talking to last week?
Yes.
Okay. And she was a female?
As far as I know, I didn't see her in person.
Okay. Did you see a picture of her?
Yeah, on the Craigslist app.
According to Rana, he met Woodard for a romantic date.
What's the department's policy on things of that nature?
I don't know what the SOP is on that. I'm sure there's something on it. They have one for everything, but I'm sure there's something on it. I don't know what it is.
Finally, the detective is done with him.
Typically, how far out do you go? Obviously, you don't want anywhere around where you live. You don't want anywhere around Atlanta because that's where you work.
Yeah. I don't
and
like
you can sit there and play dumb all you want. You know damn well you get your ass fired in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't go.
And exposes him on all fronts.
All right, now you've been a cop and an avid shooter, but we've already pulled your records. You go to a lot of gun classes. You do a lot of shooting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do you think an average shooter can put a double tap that close together?
It depends on, I guess, how close.
An average shooter, just someone who just picks up a gun, don't even know what a damn double tap is, right? I mean, come on.
on it. I mean,
The interview ended, but not the investigation. What he didn't know was that the DNA found on the firearm is an exact match to Woodard. Later, Rana testified that Woodard tried to rob and carjack him, so he killed her during the altercation, then panicked and set her body on fire. However, experts stated that Woodard's wounds indicated she was in a defensive position when she was shot. Tareem Rana was sentenced to life without parole. Now, Harris County officers Donovan Bever and Cody Banks were on patrol when multiple young men walked past, and one of them allegedly insulted police on February 19, 2022. So they decided it's time for a ticket and chase after the group. When they catch up with the suspects, they get them on the ground and in handcuffs.
Put your hands behind your back!
Soon, Officer Bever does the unthinkable and uses force while arresting the suspect.
I'm sorry.
Although he is surrendering.
I'm complying. Alright, see, you don't have to do that.
Officer Bever roughly escorts the young man away.
Separate your feet. You have one chance to listen.
Alright.
And things escalate quickly.
I'm making sure you don't have a weapon on you.
You're not gonna
Look at
find
me.
nothing on me.
I'm making sure you
You're
don't
not
have a
gonna
weapon on
find
you.
nothing on me. You're not gonna on me.
Finally, the suspect gets inside the scout car. Later that evening, a CPD sergeant responded to the scene to initiate a use of force investigation. After reviewing body cam footage, the Columbus Police Chief and Director of Public Safety decided to terminate Officer Donovan Bever.
He was compliant. There was no reason for use of force.
He was also charged with violating the division's rule of conduct and violating its policy on use of force.